Thought we lacked a little killer instinct there at the end, and that's our standard can't change. I want to give a lot of credit to Northwestern. I thought they came out here with a good plan. They executed well on their side of the ball, and outside of some turnovers, I think they were right in this game. But they had a good plan for us. They executed well. I thought we came with some answers, and were able to create some things there, especially early in the second half. Create some of our run game that we needed to have in this game. I thought our quarterback made great decisions. But ultimately, those takeaways and being able to score early and play some good defense early, more advantageous defense than great defense, allowed us to come away with the win.
Right here in the middle, Matt.
I feel like the team handled adversity for the first time.
Yeah, good and bad. Like, there's going to be some film for us to be able to go back and really attack. And again, I think they had some good answers that we have to have a good plan for moving forward. I thought the energy on the sideline was really good. Just disappointed with the last couple drives on both sides of the ball. We kind of charted that throughout. We knew this was going to be a limited possession game with the way that they play football. They did a really good job of eating the clock. We got to take advantage of every series, right, on both sides of the ball. And at times we did that, at times we didn't. Ultimately, the demeanor on the sideline was great. The playing for each other was great. Guys were focused and attentive, but we just didn't finish the way that I want to finish.
Here on the right, James.
Dan, to close the first half, it's 10-0, about 3.5 to go, and you're facing third and long at your own 11. Dante reels off 4 completions, a couple of them for 20. What did you see on that drive where you want to create a road environment? And all right, it's not the most daunting of situations, but you're pinned in your own end zone. If you don't convert there, they got the middle 8 and could potentially tie or take a lead if you don't convert there. So just what did you see from your quarterback?
Yeah, poise, man. I thought Dante played with poise all day. Even the ball, that was picked off, I think he's making the right decision. Throwing that direction, the wind was a real issue. I think you saw it also on kickoff return for them. They had a long kickoff return. We knew that ball was going to come out. We didn't do a good job covering there. But you got to be able to make critical plays like that. We had too many second and longs today, too many third and longs that we had to convert, and to go 7-11 on third down is impressive with some of the down and distances that we had and some of the decisions that we had to push to go get. What we'd love to do is avoid third down altogether, and that means we got to be more efficient on first and second.
On the right, Aaron.
No Noah today, but your thoughts on the running game seem pretty consistent.
Yeah, some good, some bad, right? There were some explosive plays. Was excited to see Dier get in there and create an explosive play. He's proven to be an explosive playmaker. I thought our backs ran hard, right? I thought they did a good job of getting extra hats at the point of attack. I thought their guys played well on the edge and made it tough for us to establish some of our run game, but we came back with some answers and had some success there.
Second row here on the left.
Getting both the second and the third string quarterback in today, is that just because resting guys when the game's out of hand, or was there anything else going on at that position?
Yeah, we got to create critical moments for everybody on our team. And we talk about strength in numbers. Like, if you touch the field, we have an expectation and a standard. So for us, let's continue to figure out how many guys can play winning football for us, because you never know when you have to count on somebody, right, in those situations. And Brock's had a really good camp, done some really good things. Luke's done some really good things. I thought they both did some good stuff today as well. But ultimately, regardless of the position, you saw a lot of guys out there play again for us. That's always going to be the goal, right? And we got to make sure that when we get people in, that they're playing to the standard we expect.
Right here, Mike.
With the 2 games you got coming up, did it feel good knowing it didn't look like you really had to dig deep into your playbook today offensively?
I don't know if that's true. We had plenty of stuff set up, but again, I thought they defended it well. That defense is tough at times to create some of the explosives because of the brand that they play. And if they win on first down, they're able to play cover 2, Tampa on second down, and you can't have success moving the ball, right? You're going to have a hard time creating explosives when they're too high, right? And what's that mean? You got to run the ball and be effective on first down. You got to be able to run the ball on second and long. And at times we did that. I think we started off the second half, 3 series, three scores, right? And that's what we got to do. I think same thing defensively. We started off the second half, 3 stops, but ultimately we didn't get enough stops there at the end. We got the win, but that's not our expectation.
In the middle, Matt.
I know you referenced the finishing the plays defensively, but 3 quarters, no points. Your thoughts maybe on the start for your defense?
Yeah, I thought they had some sustained drives. We had to put the fire out, right? They created some success. They converted some short yardage plays. And every one of those, I think they shot themselves in the foot a little bit more than we went and created success, but we were advantageous when we had opportunities to make plays on the ball, right? Whether it's Bryce or Jerry, those guys have proven to be guys that are ball production guys, and that's definitely what we're looking for. But ultimately, I think we can be better, before we get to that point.
You're on the left row.
Obviously, a lot you feel like you can clean up, but no penalties, particularly given the number of different guys you played.
Yeah.
About your group and the effort this week.
More than anything, we get what you emphasize, right? And we emphasize that a lot. No DBOs, we don't beat ourselves. And when we don't beat ourselves, you got a chance to have success, right? And that was a big emphasis this week. It showed up. We operated clean, right? We have to continue to do that to help ourselves out.
Here on the right, Chris.
Yeah, Jerry with another interception, Bryce with the pick. Almost had one earlier in the game. What can you say about those two guys and what they're able to do from the inside linebacker position?
Yeah, just that. I mean, ball production. They understand where we need to be. They understand where the quarterback's going to go with the ball, and they take advantage of it. And they bait it. I mean, Jerry gets a bunch of those in practice, and it's because he makes you think that he can't make the play, and then he does an unbelievable job breaking on the ball.
Third row middle here.
Yeah, speaking on the turnovers on Bryce, had that interception in the first drive where they were moving a little bit. How big was that? What that mean for the game right there? The shut the short field to return to.
Yeah, commonalities between their success and our success is the turnover margin. We knew that was going to be huge in this game. We had to protect the ball. Obviously, we had the one interception that we can't have. But we wanted to win in the first quarter. We wanted to make sure that we took care of the ball. We had to create some takeaways on defense, and that happened.
James.
How important is it these first three games of the whole, Dan, that somebody like Malik establishes himself as a bit of a go-to guy? He has the two on that drive going into half, but even before that, obviously the big touchdown catch last week. To have a guy establish himself in that way beyond the Corian.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys that can make plays on offense, and Malik has certainly done that. I could start naming a bunch of names of guys that have made big-time plays, and the ball getting delivered to people as well, right? Good quarterback play helps all those things, but Malik's been great for us.
Right here on the right.
Yeah, no shortage of firsts in the Big Ten for you guys the last 2 years. I'm just curious, obviously the field dimensions are the same, but being in this environment, how'd you prepare you guys for it? How do you think they handle playing in a stadium that's unlike anything they'll probably ever play in again?
Yeah, different. I thought they handled it really well. Those got to be the loudest speakers behind us that I've ever heard. Like, that's false crowd noise, right? And it was annoying. So, I mean, that's something they should keep.
On the right, Aaron.
Is it tough at all to gauge where your defense really is, given the fact that you've played three marginal quarterbacks?
I think I know where our defense is at. I think I know where we got to improve.
Let's go with Matt in the middle.
There's been a lot going on in the country the last week. Have you addressed that with your team? How can you handle that?
Yeah. Talk about, I think the U.S. could learn a lot from our locker room. I think the people in this world could learn a lot from our locker room. You walk in that locker room, you got guys of different races, guys of different backgrounds, different religions, and you got a team that loves each other. Like, tons of differences, where they come from, what they deal with, and ultimately you got a team that loves each other. And I think we're missing some of that in our country. You talk about, you recently found out, like, Charlie Kirk was a Oregon fan, right? I didn't know that. I hurt for his wife, Erica, and their kids. Like, that sort of evil should never exist in our country, and that's what it is. It's evil. Like, but I remember having to explain that to my family, right? I remember sitting down with my kids and explaining what happened, and they're talking about people talking about it at school, and it's just sad, right? But it's just as sad, every day it seems like we deal with some sort of violence that's going on in our country, whether it's, school kids in Colorado or kids in Minnesota at churches. I mean, life matters, and I think we've lost sight of that, but I wish the world could learn a little bit of something from our locker room, because we got a bunch of people with differences, and what you got in there is a bunch of people that love there. And there's some people that'll be disappointed about how much I said about this, right? And there'll be some people that are disappointed that I didn't say enough, right? And I really don't care, right? What I do care about is, if you disagree with me, if you hate me, if you don't like me, just know this: I love you. I absolutely love you, right? And life matters. And that's no way that Charlie should have experienced that. His family should experience that. There's no way that evil should exist in this world, and we have to continue to identify it and point it out and make sure that it's absolutely evil. There's no reason in the world that our kids, we should be worried about sending our kids to school. It's our most valuable commodity in the world. They should be protected. And the reality is, there's just not a lot of common sense on both sides. Like, common sense says, oh, it's mental health, right? Common sense says, oh, it's guns. You know what? It's both. Like, let's have some common sense. Our kids should be the most protected thing in the world, right? They should have armed guards at every school, because there's sick people. There's sick people in this world, right? And on top of that, sick people need help. And it should be really hard for a sick person to have a gun. It should be really hard, right? And if people can't see that from both sides, how disappointing is that? But I just know, like, when you see moments like that exist right now in our country, like, I just think about my kids. And I remember I saw that video, and it's disgusting. And I just told him, like, man, I hope my kids don't see that video. Like, how much does that suck? I hope Charlie's kids never see that video. like disgusting, right? And we glorify it, we praise it. You know, people are internet warriors, and those are sick people. And at some point, we need to go look at sports, because what our football team has is it has people on both sides of the fence, right? And there's fans that love our team that have a lot of different opinions. And the truth is, there's a lot of things Charlie said that I did not agree with at all. There's a lot of things he said that I did agree with. But what's disappointing is I can respect those differences, and somebody else couldn't. And they thought that they deserved to be God in that moment, and they didn't, right? And nobody should have to experience that. So, yeah, I got a lot of disappointment. We had we had Bible study with our team. We talked about it with our team, and I think our team feels the same way, regardless of views. I don't think they feel anybody ever deserves to experience what some people in our country are experiencing right now. It's super disappointing.
Let's go two more back middle here.
I was going to ask something else, but you just said you talked to your kids about that. How did they respond when you mentioned what you just?
Well, they value life. The kids in our locker room value life, right? And again, very differing views on opinions, but respect enough to respect life. And that's the part that some of us in this world are missing.
Right here in the middle.
Oh, hey, Coach Chris Thomas in Denver Gazette. I'm passing through getting some flavor for a Bo Nix story. Wanted to ask you about your thoughts on his continued progression as an NFL quarterback, and what capacity do you still keep in touch with him?
Yeah, I still talk to Bo regularly. I'm really proud of what he's doing at the second level. I'm not surprised at all at the success he has. It's hard for me to follow him at times because of our schedules and how busy it is, but it's great to be able to stay in touch. And you guys are lucky to have an unbelievable leader and a great person, there in Denver.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.